What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jet, and I am back in the mix. Now, as famous as I am, I say quote unquote famous, as famous as I am for having the Splinter Cell playstyle, there are moments when I have to hold myself back. Because sometimes there comes that scenario when you know that you have a chance to off multiple people. But you also know that if you don't off multiple people, you will be offed. And you being offed is a whole lot less hurtful rather than you just repositioning and seeing if you can get another angle. In other words, not revealing your position too early. Now, there are other people who will literally just sit there and be like, oh, it's a three-way battle. It's about to become four. Pow, pow. You know? I'm not one of those people. I sit back and analyze the situation, take into account my surroundings, my cover, my ammunition count, all of that in a span of about 5 seconds. And then I evaluate. Is it worth staying and seeing something about offing the third party, if not the fourth party? In this video right here, you're going to see that scenario in action. Of course, we're going on to the most dangerous map in the game, and everybody is readying up. They're just ready to get into it. But I'm not. You know why? I gotta sit back, I gotta analyze, I gotta see what's all in the lobby. Obviously that guy bought a scope, he bought a scope, that's an assault rifle, another assault rifle, another scoped weapon. This guy bought a shotgun and a magnum. What kind of mix is that? Anyways, a pistol, that guy's basically useless, and an M82. If I run into that chick, it's over. Like I am hunting her down. And then we're back to me. So y'all can sit there and ready up as quick as you want to. But I like to analyze things. Because knowing the more information you have, the better equipped you are. If you have more information than somebody who has an M249 and like 900 rounds, like you are better than them. Any person can take an LMG and fill it up to the max with rounds and go into the field, but it takes somebody who knows what they're doing to go out into the field with a pistol and come back out with a full bag. The guy with the M249 may get a lot of kills, but that's here nor there. So we spawn up here, and immediately what do? I crouch right here and I look, because somebody spawns down there in that valley. And guess what? Right there. Right? It's all about planning ahead, right? And knowing who's going to go where and why. Obviously, that person's going up there to get a view of the valley down below. And somebody just did something to the airdrop. Splinter Cell playstyle. Obviously, they're scared. So I'm anticipating them to sit behind that rock for a good little minute. But they're behind that rock. No matter where they go, unless they do a really good job of crawling, I'm going to see where they go. And sure enough, they run away. There is that psychological effect of being shot that will trigger somebody's flight or a fight response. And that guy's response was a flight. Or to take flight, rather. Now, I'm aiming at these bushes right here to show you something. Those set of bushes, if the barred house is that goat shepherd building, blind fire those bushes, because I want to say 3 times out of 10 somebody's in those bushes. Just a word of advice. Blind fire some bushes, and I'm actually going to show you some more later on in the video. And I think right here that I spot somebody, it's actually the signal detector going, in circles on the antenna part. So I decide to go down there to the building, or make my way rather down there to the building, and look at how I am walking, right? You got to keep a wide angle on everything. That's why I spotted that guy to my right heading up to the mountain. Now I ran because I want to go ahead and get into cover and aim up at him before he even knows that he's been spotted. Now I ping where he's at just in case I get a kill. Was that clean? No, because it wasn't a headshot. Was it a kill? Yes. Am I celebrating? Yes. Am I pointing down at the ground to tell him that you're beneath me? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm trying to use emojis more in this game because like they're funny. They're really funny. But anyways, now get this. Remember how I told you all gunfire attracts players? No matter what map you're on, that they're going to gunshots are going to attract somebody. It don't matter if that somebody has a pistol. They're going to come over there and they're going to look. They may not engage you, but they're going to look. That's what that guy was doing. That I just killed, that's what he was doing. Now, while I make my way to my quote unquote prize here, let me tell y'all something about this SVD. It's amazing. It passed stress test. It passed it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Just like the M82, definitely passed stress test. So I'm walking over here to claim my prize, and I can't get rid of this ping until right now. Check his body. Turns out this guy had an objective to head over across from the crashed helicopter. Now, he also had a mortar strike on him too, so he was pretty much ready to, suppress somebody. And I think that, I'm good. I'm going to take the back way to check out the helicopter. But I decided to reload my AK-47, A74K, whatever you want to call it, twice, because this game doesn't know how to put in a full clip. And then, watch that ridgeline. I'm going to spot somebody. And he is going to get... Actually, no. I spot the person going over the ridgeline. And that guy gets tagged by somebody who's actually camping behind a rock on that ridgeline in front of me. And then you hear another gunshot behind me to my left. So right now, there's a whole three-way battle going on. And I could be the fourth person in that battle. Am I going to? No. You want to know why? Of course you do. That's why you're watching this video. Because that would announce my presence. And I know what you're saying. Jet, you already announced your presence by shooting that guy earlier. That may be true. But I have not fired in a while. And plus I'm crouching. They don't know where I'm at. Do you hear all that going on? And that guy is basically right here on the other side of this mountain. So if I really wanted to, I could go over there and get a nice little headshot on him. But get this. At some point, those two are going to stop fighting each other because one of them is going to die. And if it's the person on the far side and not the person who's closest to me that gets killed, well, no. If the person on the far side survives, because he was getting shot at by the dude on the other side of the mountain as I was walking away, he's going to look for the guy that was shooting at him earlier. And then my dumb self is going to be over there standing up, looting his body, and then I get headshotted. Right? It's all about analyzing the situation and thinking ahead of time. Right now, they stopped shooting each other. So that means either A, they ran out of ammo, or B, somebody died. Spoiler alert, I'm not alone. And you'll see that later on in this gameplay. But my objective right now is make my way to the crashed helicopter. And I'm still looking over there to see if I see anybody crouched up or prone. And I don't. But I do know that the signal detector is actually right beside me. So if they hit that thing, I will know. Because that tells me that somebody survived throughout that three-way battle. Like I said, I could have got in there. I could have maybe got another headshot. Well, not another headshot. I could have maybe gotten a headshot because I have a very, very good scoped weapon. But it's better to err on the side of caution. Because if you want to progress through this game, you progress through this game by getting loot and walking away with it. You will die if you get into a gunfight. That's certain. At some point, you're not going to survive every single gunfight you get into. If you do, then you're a god at aiming at somebody's head. And there you go. Signal detector has been hit, so what do? I put distance between myself and that guy. Because obviously, I'm the closest one to him.
The plane is near. Get ready for the airdrop.
Now, he could be hitting the signal detector for a multitude of things, but here's my top two as to why he might be hitting it. One, to check if there's anybody else here so he can go for the airdrop. Or two, maybe somebody else survived that three-way battle, and he's trying to figure out where they went. But I just so happened to be near him. So if he was actually in a hunter mode kind of playstyle, he would have come over that ridgeline and spotted me, and then that would have been a whole battle in and of itself. That is why I put distance between myself and that hill. Also, I have an SVD, so, you know, distance is the name of the game at that point. That's why I bolted away from that signals detector. But this is all working out just fine, because the airdrop just dropped, which means they have a new objective. So they don't even have to worry about me unless they're greedy. Now, I'm going to pose a question here, and it's rhetorical, but this is actually could be a poll in my comment section. If you just killed 2 people in your encounter, and you hit the signals detector and you see a third person that's near your location, and the airdrop just dropped, what decision are you going to do? Is it A, chase that person because you're bloodthirsty, or B, go for the airdrop? Maybe you want to plan, maybe you want some materials out the airdrop. Not materials, yeah, materials and or resources out the airdrop. That's what I want to know. So that's my question to you all. What would you do in that guy's situation? Spoiler alert, that guy chose option B and decided to go for the airdrop. He decided to play it safe. That's another thing too. Even though in the pre-lobby you see what all everybody has in terms of weapons, you don't see their healing consumables. You don't see how much body armor they have. You don't see if they have any portable signals detectors. That's what you don't see. There is an error. There is a... How can I say this? There is a chance of uncertainty in every player you come across. For example, that guy I shot at the very beginning, I didn't know he had a mortar strike. If I would have missed that shot, or those shots on him, he would have turned around, seen the glare from off my scope, and dropped the mortar strike on me. But, Split Yourself playstyle, I waited until he was stationary, and then I took 2 shots. If at any point you decide to shoot at somebody, max, it should be 5 shots with a sniper rifle. Because at that point, they, on the other side, can look at their screen and see that little, that white half circle, like quarter circle, that tells them what direction they're being shot at. Every time you shoot, that circle comes up on their screen. You're giving them more and more and more chances to locate you. And like I said in one of my previous videos, you don't want to aim with your scope for too long because that scope gives off a glare. And that glare is the glare off your scope, which tells the enemy where you're at. Now here I do something I actually haven't done before. I use the ping mechanic to best guess where the buried cache is. So do that, right? If the buried cache, if you find a picture and the buried cache is somewhere you don't know, use the ping locator to just ping the rough area of where it's at. Would you look at that? I found it. So that's my little take home advice from this video for you all. Use a ping locator, it will help you. And I say that because looking back on my ADR 97 stress test video, I should have pinged that guy. I should have pinged him. The guy I missed, because actually, you know what? I'm not even going to spoil it for you. That video, for some reason, doesn't have as much views. And I'm really proud of that video. I'm going to, be a bit of a sellout here. I'm really proud of that video. So, I mean, if y'all don't mind, just go back one and look at my ADR 97 stress test video. It's on battery, it's no kit. And I'm really proud of that video. So, just go back and look at it if you don't mind. But anyways, back to this game. So I had to make a decision to destroy some loot because food is more important than the two things I destroyed. Right? Now, we're going to do the dangerous task of crossing this pond. Except, it's not dangerous right now. All these gunshots you heard were people killing each other, making each other weak, making each other leave. But right now, it's fine. New tactic discovered. Blind fire bushes. I know if you're a player of this game, I know you've been ambushed by somebody hiding in the bushes at the exit. Go ahead and just blind fire each bush that you get near at the exit. Especially these two at this exit right here. People will camp in them. So just as a precaution, let off maybe about 10 rounds, 5 rounds in each bush, or 5 rounds in every bush that you see. And just flush out all the campers, because they will panic and they will think that, oh my gosh, how does he see me? And they'll run like a little roach when you put a light on it. Go ahead and just start doing that, y'all. And so I made it out of there. It's not a lot, but I made it out. I am the safe kind of player. I do not mind shooting one guy and leaving the other 3 right there, knowing darn well I probably could have killed 2 more people, right? But all it takes is 1 shot to the head, and I'd have lost everything, including this SVD. Like I said, or excuse me, like Tony said, commenter, viewer, Splinter Cell playstyle. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all enjoy the way I analyze things, because it's one thing to go into this game headstrong, bring an LMG and kill everybody, but it's another thing to come into this game knowing mechanics, how people react, when they're going to react, and the degrees of uncertainty that every person carries in this game. And honestly, that last one, degrees of uncertainty, is what is going to get you killed the most in this game. And so with that being said, I will catch you all in the next episode. Until next time, peace.